What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the Dirty Degens, and I am your degenerate host, Josh. And tonight, I've got something a little bit different for you and quite unique, if I may say so myself. Tonight, we're going to be diving into the top 20 meme coins that ChatGPT 5 is picking to have the biggest gains by January 2026. Some of them I agree with, some of them I don't even know. So it's going to be quite interesting. We're going to go all the way through all of them. And we worked pretty hard on this here. So I think we're going to have a good old time, have a lot of fun. If you guys have any questions going along the way or anything like that, let me know. We're just having a good old Friday stream. Market's hot. Things are picking up. Memes are blasting off. We got alts rallying. So it's all looking really, really good. So it's time to get a little bit more degenerate and get involved with some things. Unfortunately, I forgot to share my screen, so I've got to do that. Yeah, it's been a couple days since I've been able to stream. I do apologize. It's a lot of crazy things going on at home for me, but I'm still here. You know, if you join the Dirty Degens Telegram, you will be able to stay up to date, and I'm there every single day. But yeah, coming into here though, so I built this app because it only makes sense. If I'm having ChatGPT build out its top 20 picks, now I'm going to break this down to you, but so we built the app too. But so first I had ChatGPT pick out 20 meme coins for the next 4 months that are going to have the best gains. And then I had it build out its confidence on those 20 picks and arrange it into a tier list. So our tier list is not your typical S, A, B, C, D, F. We have SS, which is amazing, S, which is good or great, and then we've got A, B, DGEN, and then we've got, because for whatever reason, ChatGPT really wanted to talk about these pre-sales, so we have hyped pre-sales at the bottom. I haven't looked at them, no idea what to expect, so it's going to be super interesting. We all know how I feel about pre-sales, so it's going to get a little weird around here, guys. But starting off at the top here, let's just go ahead and dive in. Starting off at the top, though, we got Pepe, SS tier, number one. It's on Ethereum, $5 billion market cap, about 210,000. Also, the other thing I had to do was give 3 bullet points as to why it is bullish on these tokens. Actually, so you guys can see this better, let me go ahead and maybe that's a little better for you. Unfortunately, it's got no understanding of what margins is. So like we've got 0 margins. We're right up against the edge of the window here. But as we can see, confidence tiers, SS best, B is the lowest, DGEN is pure DGEN, hyped pre-sale picks are not live. The data on the page is going to be approximate. It's recent, but it's not live. It's very close though. And then we also have links to send us straight to Dex Screener too. But starting off the top, SS pick, Pepe. I'm not too surprised, but Pepe on Ethereum, $5 billion market cap, 210,000 holders, top trending meme on ETH. Whale accumulation and falling exchange supply is one of the reasons why they're bullish. And of course, deep liquidity across major exchanges. So obviously that's pretty good. We can check out Pepe here. Let's see how accurate it is. That's part of the other test here is how stupid is ChatGPT 5, right? Because it's supposed to be the latest and greatest, the cream de la creme, the crop, right? So yeah, it's about $4.92 billion right now. So it's right around 4 million or 5 billion. Not too off there. We got a ridiculous amount of liquidity. A little bit curious. The holders here say 474,000. So we're wrong here. This says 210,000, but still, that's a lot of freaking holders. But you know, Pepe is like the biggest. We're not gonna spend forever on Pepe. I don't know, guys. Let's check out the website. When is the last time I've seen Pepe's website? Actually, I'm not sure if I've ever gone to Pepe's website. So this is my mind of retail coming into crypto, right? What they're going to do is they're going to go ask ChatGPT what the answer is, right? And they're not going to think for themselves because they don't know anything. They don't know any better. I'm noticing I'm lagging. I apologize. Let me close some stuff out. This computer is not happy right now. So let's close some stuff out. Give you guys the cleanest, best presentation we could possibly have. It's very important. All right, here we go. No more lag. Looks like we're all good now. But I don't think I've ever been on Pepe's site, at least not in a really long time. It's extremely basic. A lot of projects should take notes here. Like all we've got is, what is Pepe? Pepe is a one-liner, two-liners, the most memeable meme coin in existence. The dogs have had their day. It's time for Pepe to take reign. Take note, everybody else, because you don't need to do all these words, especially people that are buying meme coins. They don't want to read this shit. Let's be real. And just like Pepe is tired, I'm already tired of reading, just like everybody else. So we're not going to read that. How do you buy it though? That's important. So they've got that laid down here. You got a little widget where I can even connect a wallet and buy. Like, so that's kind of cool. They got a little snap built in. That's kind of cool. Tokenomics, we all know 420 trillion, 690 billion, just like it should be. No association with Matt Fury, blah, blah, blah. Nobody really gives a shit. It's Pepe. Everybody knows Pepe. And actually, I'm going to agree with ChatGPT's choice here. Now, if we're talking about, here's where we have to dive into a little bit what ChatGPT classifies as confidence, right? Because confidence, in my opinion, is like its ability to do well, right? But ultimately, what I was asking ChatGPT to do is to find us some shit with crazy freaking gains. And its confidence in those gains is how this is supposed to be ranked. But I guess it's confident that Pepe is going to have a gain. It was supposed to also say how much it was supposed to go up. Let's see. Can I? Oh, wait, that's the wrong window. I built the app in here. So I did build the app. I built the app in here. And now it's running, but I can't do that, but whatever. Doesn't matter. I do think Pepe is going to do really well this run. I think it's going to run up well past this 11 billion. I think we'll see a $20 billion Pepe way up here, maybe 18 even. But I'm bullish on Pepe for this run, but it's not my DGEN choice whatsoever for this run at all. And then we get in Dog with Hat, 3.2 billion, 250,000 holders. Solana meme leader with a fair launch. That is also true. Viral pink hat brand and culture. I guess you can call that crochet hat pink. It's more like a something not pink. Ride strong Solana momentum. Yes, it trades very well with Solana indeed. What's going on, Don? I apologize, Don. What's going on? Hope you're doing fantastic. We all know Dog with Hat, but let's check it out. Let's check out with. That's the wrong one. Can I get there we go. With Hat. It's ticker whiff. I don't know why I didn't want to pull it up. So let's see. ChatGPT said it's at $3.2 billion market cap. It's not. It's at a $974,000 market cap. Unless we have no, it's the Radium pool. It should definitely be the right one. It's got to be the right one. Come on. Yeah, it's the right one. Nothing crazy is going on here. So ChatGPT thinks it's over 3x bigger, which is a little ridiculous. But we do have 252,000 holders, so that information is correct indeed. If we zoom out here, I mean, this has gone ridiculously parabolic. Its all-time high is at $5 billion. And I do agree with this as well. It's not something I talk about a lot. Everybody knows Dog with Hat. Yeah, it's at $1 billion now. I think this is an easy all-time high this run. Probably see like 8-10 billion this run, in my opinion. But again, this is another one I haven't seen the website of in ages. We don't look at these websites. I mean, come on. Are we even going to load it? Dogwithcoin.org. Is it going to? The site doesn't even load. So, okay. The site might be on the Twitter though. And obviously, these blue chips aren't even really worth spending a whole lot of time on. We can kind of check them out a little. I'll give my opinion on them. Here we go. Dog with Hat store. Dogwithhat.us. So they've got, yeah, it's literally just a dog with a hat. It's a dog with a hat. Cool. Shop with us. You can generate memes. Look at that. It's like a Zelda Doge flipping you off. Actually, I love that. This is amazing. I actually like this. I'm going to save it. That will be in a chat near you soon. Yeah, great site. And actually less information than Pepe's. Like, as you can see, there's no instructions on how to buy or anything like that. Contract address, very simple. What kind of merch do they have? I'm just curious. It's my show. You guys have to deal with it. So it's like this, yeah, that, I guess, pink hat. Should we buy one? Maybe later. Not today. Not today. What do we have next, though? All right, so dog with hat, I say like 8-10 billion. Yeah, it's a good hold. This is a good blue chip meme coin. They have a lot of money. They've got a huge treasury, and yeah. Bonk, okay, we're right there with it still. And actually, I would rank Bonk above dog with hat. $2 billion market cap. I don't think it might be around there. 950,000 holders. It definitely is though. Bonk did airdrops for the Solana phone. And I think they'll probably do more. Now, Bonk has a ridiculous treasury. Every single conference I go to, Bonk is plastered everywhere. They've got huge bags of money, like ridiculous bags of money. Let's zoom this out a bit so we can actually see what's going on here. We got an all-time high of 4.6 billion. They're bullish on Bonk because Solana airdrop origins with huge base. Oh, look, I just mentioned that. It's like I know what I'm talking about or something. High on-chain volume and active burns, very true. Nearing 1 million holders, very true. But again, it's largely because they did that insane airdrop. So cool. Bonk is a very safe hold. All of these have been safe holds so far. So Bonk, I see like probably 10 billion. Like I could actually see that happening. Bonk is plastered everywhere, and they will pump their own token. But however, if you really look at it, they don't have quite as much bullish momentum as some of these other projects do. They're very situational, I guess. So like Bonk runs hard when Solana runs. It's that simple. That's really what Bonk does. If Solana's running hard, Bonk runs hard with it. Like if we actually pull it up, you should be able to go trading view and compare Bonk to Solana. I'll show you guys how to do this if it wants to work for me. And then we'll launch the Solana chart. Look it. If you just look it, that's on the day. It looks the freaking same. It literally is the exact same chart. Do I even need to go any further? Because this is literally the exact same chart, but we can do it. We're not going to waste your time. Bonk is Bonk. Bonk's going to do well. It runs hard with Solana when Solana runs hard. I see it doing well. It's a blue chip. It's a good hold, but it's not what we're here to talk about. Floki. Now we're getting into some things I can disagree with, but Floki is okay, I guess. Floki. $960 million market cap, it says. 420,000 holders. I don't know if that's true. Valhalla game live and growing. That is true. I know that. Yeah. But what the thing is nobody, literally, I have never seen a single person talk about this game. So this is all fluff, in my opinion. I don't think anybody gives a shit about Valhalla. At least not when it comes to Floki. Aggressive partnerships and marketing, extremely true. Floki was the first meme coin to be on billboards and subways and all sorts of shit, right? So they are extremely aggressive on marketing. Also, working with Cryptos R Us, I've had Floki try to get us to market with them 1 million times. Like they're extremely aggressive on marketing. They have a very, very big marketing budget. They're very corporate. They're the most corporate meme coin I've ever seen. Multi-chain liquidity. It's not really a selling point in my opinion, but yeah, they're multi-chain. That's cool, I guess. Whatever. But we can check them out. They've been out a while. Floki's not one of my favorite meme coins, but they're at 1.15 billion right now, right? They're big dog. They're big dog for sure. And the chart doesn't look too excited. Now, like I said, in terms of these meme coins and how I feel about them, So far, Floki, I'm least excited about. I don't think that Floki really cracks this 3 billion mark. I think Floki's kind of stuck. I think we ignore Floki in terms of this. They've got a lot of market maker activity going on. They're more focused on paying KOLs to do dedicated videos that don't matter. They really need to hammer down and focus on some shit. But they do have 456,000 holders. That's quite a bit. So, and then their X also quite large, extremely corporate, as we're about to see. So, real Floki Inu is now Floki. Oh, wait, they got a new handle? They did. Let's check out the new handle. So, Floki, community, utility, charity. They're like not the first, but they're hardcore into charity, which is fine. I'm not saying anything's wrong with charity. I just hate when a meme coin tries to sell the reason why you should care about them as charity. No, we're here to make money. That's why I'm here. I want to make money. If I want to give, what I'm going to do is when I make a bunch of money, I'm going to go give some money to charity. I don't need to buy a token that the whole selling point is we're going to give it to charity. I think it's good. We're here for a good cause and stuff like that. I'm fully with it. But like to make it your selling point, I don't like. I don't like it. On a mission to become the world's most known and used crypto. It's like it feels scummy to me. Like, yeah, we give money to charity. You should like us. Like, no, it's scummy. You do charity. Like, look, they're pinned tweet. Giving money to charity. Come on. And obviously they have crazy engagement and stuff like that, whatever. And I'm not trying to get hung up on the whole charity thing, but I'm over Floki. Yeah, I disagree with the Floki placement. I don't think that it deserves this SS tier at all. Floki is a miss for me, but hey, it is safe. It's a safe bet. And this tier list is made in confidence of performance. So it only makes sense that at the top here, we've got some blue chips that more than likely they're very well known, right? Yada, yada. They're probably going to do pretty good. But now we're getting to S tier. So SS tier is our high confidence, highest confidence tier. Then we get into our S tier, which is our very strong confidence tier. And I'm already pissed off. Dogecoin, $40 billion market cap, 5.5 million holders. What the fuck was Floki doing in SS? Doge should have been an SS. If like how this has already gone, it should have been Doge. But yeah, OG brand with massive liquidity, retail awareness, and integrations, high beta in bull markets. Doge is daddy, right? It's that simple. Doge is daddy. And ChatGPT screwed that up too. Because look, Dex Screener is also screwing it up. If I've searched Doge, why do I not have the $40 billion coin on here? Come on. Like, that's insane. You're going to make me go to Ethereum and pull it up because I've got to sort by market cap. Where the fuck's Doge? Whatever. We'll go to coin market cap and get. Really going to make me do that? That's crazy. Where's the contract address? Oh, that's true. It is technically a BSC address. That's why. It was my fault. That's not the right one. It's pulling up the wrong. Yeah, it's pulling up the wrong contract address. Whatever. It's $34 billion, right? So it's huge. We all know Doge. Elon went on and marked the last top over here because he went on Saturday Night Live. Or no, that was over here. Saturday Night Live right there. Bam, 75 cents. And no, it was like 78 cents. I don't know why this says 56 cents. Like, I should have pulled this up on TradingView instead. This is all wrong. But yeah, we don't even need to talk about Doge anyways. So I'll just leave that tab open. But like Doge should have been higher. Shiba Inu, that's another one we're not going to talk about. It's bullish on it because of the Shibarium L2 and Shiba Swap ecosystem, the large community, and the steady burns. Obviously, it's listed on every single exchange known to man, and it's in DeFi applications all over the place, right? We know this. 1.3 million holders. That might not even be right. It might be way more than that. Like That's the thing, though. Is it going to pull up SHIB properly, at least? Am I searching? Like, jeez Louise. How embarrassing. $7.7 billion market cap. So, again, ChatGPT wrong again. Just some of these picks. Not surprised. But we're doing it live, baby. We're doing it raw. What the? There we go. 1.53 million holders. So that's a lot of freaking holders. Sheeb, obviously bullish on, but man, it's been losing a lot of steam here recently. Actually, I wouldn't be surprised if SHIB doesn't pop this $20 billion mark, but that's still a 2x. So nothing to complain about there. I'm bullish on SHIB. I think it's a good hold. Much better than Floki. But I think that the steam is kind of running out of it. However, that doesn't mean it's going away. It's always going to be where it is. It's always going to be a top 100 meme coin, in my opinion. Everybody knows it. When people think meme coins, they think Shiba Inu, right? So bullish on SHIB, but not my most. That's my safe meme coin hold, basically, right? Now we got Pudgy Penguins. Ooh, it wasn't too long ago that I gave you guys a pretty bullish prediction on Pudgy Penguins. So let's go and pull that up. Now, they say it's at a $1.2 billion market cap with 110,000 holders, and they are bullish on it because it's got a strong NFT brand crossover to token, retail toy line with the Pudgy World game, and ETF chatter boosting attention. If you go back to my video about 2 weeks ago, these were all my reasons. That's why I said we should be bullish on Pudgy Penguins. And what's funny is we were like down here, and I was like, guys, Pudgy Penguins to the moon. And it's gone ridiculous. It's up 500% since then. So very bullish on Pudgy Penguins. I agree with all the points that ChatGPT put in there. Man, it's almost it got to all-time high and it rejected. We don't count the scam lick on launch. Like that doesn't count. But it got literally right to all-time high and then it fell. But that rejection right there, and you know, that's not a bad correction. That 27% correction, that's actually extremely healthy. Now we have a little cup and handle, and some people would argue that like you can see a gain like this because it matches up like that. So like we should be able to see like a technically I should be doing this with the Fibonacci's, but you can do it this way too. So then we can come up here, be like, boom. Oh man. Let's do this. Then we can go like, this is the handle, bottom of the handle. I mean, we're talking like I think I said about a 12 billion or so Pudgy Penguins, and I'm still with that. And if we measure the bottom to the top, yeah, it's like about a $10 billion Pudgy Penguins, because you're measuring that move of the cup and handle up to the top, and then the rejection to make the handle here, and then you measure that out. So like, yeah, we're looking at like a $12 billion Pudgy. And I fully agree. I'm not going to bore you guys with why I agree. I've got videos where I've talked about it and I've broken it down and stuff, and they're very recent. So I suggest you go check it out. Luca is killing it with the brand. So it's all good stuff for Pudgy. It's one of my, also they list it on here that it's on Ethereum. It's not, it's on Solana, but yeah, I'm bullish on Pudgy. Actually, I'm most bullish on Pudgy than anything else ChatGPT has given us so far. I think it's going to do extremely well. Extremely well. Next up, we got memecoin. A little bit of an OG here. It's got a $900 million market cap. I think that's wrong. 160,000 holders. Reasons for being bullish. Cat meme meta with fresh narrative. Top tier listings and liquidity. That's true. Highly online community. I guess we'll find out. So let's go look at Mog. Yeah, I told you that's wrong. It's not at $900 million market cap. It's at $523 million. It was at 900 million last, what, January? Like, it's been a while. But good resurgence here, much different than, say, SHIB or Floki. Floki. Floki sucks. 56,000 holders. What did it say ahead? 160,000? That could be true. Probably not. I think this is probably more accurate though. But Mog's good, you know, kind of has some virality to it. Their website last I saw was pretty good. Yeah, this one. As seen on TV. Love it. And then the cursor's the kitty in the Vipers crying. It's a very recognizable meme because it was started because of the whole Viper movement and everything. I wear sunglasses every single day and I hate Vipers. So I've never been big on Mog, but I can understand and appreciate that it does well. So this is not something that ever makes my list, but I understand why it belongs here. And the thing is Mog actually, you know, it's performed in the past. You know, I mean, if you're coming up and you're measuring this level here where it like broke out and reached the top, this is a 10,000% gain nearly, right? So it's performed quite well. And off of this bottom here, it's performed quite well. I mean, just to here, we're at 400% gain. So I do think that we see a good move here. I'm figuring like probably a $2 billion Mog. But it's not something that hits my list very often because it just doesn't excite me. But Mog's good. I would say that Mog doesn't belong in the S tier, but Mog's okay. Mog's okay. Now we're getting into A tier. Strong. These are just strong picks from good old GPT-5. You guys got to let me know in the comments. What do you think about these picks so far? Do you hate them? I mean, live chat, not the comments, but either or. You hate them? You agree with them? Are they a little too freaking boring for you? Because I was hoping we'd get a little bit more degenerate than this. I said, we want to pick meme coins with the most explosive gains, right? And this is a bullshit that shot out to me. But now we're getting into some pure bullshit. Baby Dogecoin. That's pure bullshit. Binance Smart Chain. I don't buy a lot of memes on Binance, that's for sure. But we got $400 million market cap, $2 million holders. Apparently, they have aggressive burn and reflection mechanics. A huge BSC community. I do know that's true. Often follows Doge upside with torque. So what that means is that it moves harder, faster than Doge. Let's find out if that's true. Well, it was already wrong because it's a $232 million market cap, not a $4 million. Oof. Chart doesn't look great either. I'm not a fan of derivatives, period. And not a fan of this chart unless I'm trying to catch bottoms. You do have a good lower high situation going on here. So like that's good. And it is at a bottom here. Its last run up was in January, like everything else. So I guess that's not terrible. Like if you're trying to play the bottom here, arguably is where we would like to see it bounce, right? Like it's got kind of these 3-4 bounce patterns all the way through, and then boom, skyrocket. So hey, it could be a good time. Maybe we get a crazy, like imagine if it goes up to like 1.5 billion here, right? I mean, we're at here now, and we go up to like 1.5 billion. You got 500% gain there. Not too bad. Not too bad. But I actually have not looked into Baby Doge because I hate derivatives. So let's check it out. Ecosystem of Web3 consumer products where fun fuels function. I hate it. That's not a meme coin description at all. But we can scroll down. Oh, look, the Doge runs. I love that. That is awesome. I love it a lot. It started like any great story with a tweet from Elon Musk. Baby Doge, yeah. All right, keep running. Keep running. You made friends, built a meme. There's a lot of reading involved here. What if I didn't want to read? this is a really cool website. Not very navigatable. It's a cool website. I'll give them that. They might have one of the best websites I've ever seen. This is an amazing website. Now we can do it backwards. Oh, wait. I can unlock my scroll wheel. Watch this. We're like hyper driving through the whole story. All right. Whatever. But on here it shows 1.8 million holders. That's a lot. I'm sure they have ridiculous engagement that's mostly bot fueled on X. A lot of Binance Smart Chain projects just like are ridden with bots. So I'm fully expecting to see that here. We got 2.7 million followers. This post is from July 30th. 129,000 impressions, 14,000, 14,000, 29,000, 34,000. I mean, great interactions and impressions on their tweets. But look, here come the bots. Yeah, a lot of these are bots. But it's hard for me to give an opinion. I don't like derivatives. I don't see Baby Doge on Binance Smart Chain being an S tier pick or an A tier pick for this season. But again, it is kind of at a bottom point here, and it does move heavy. What I would like to do, actually, is compare this to, I don't know if I should, it's on exchanges. So we should definitely pull up a chart. Come on. Let's see. We can use MEXC. That's fine. Yeah. And then where do you do it? You do it like, oh no, it's right here. Compare Doge. Let's compare it to Coinbase. Come on. Let's zoom out here. Yeah, I guess you could say it moves a little bit more exaggerated than Doge. So if you're trying to play just off of the Doge delta, fine. I can understand that. It compares quite beautifully with Doge. The moves are indeed more exaggerated. I would like to move the scale. Like, what if we change it to a week? Oh, we can't do that. Why can't we do that? Oh, there we go. Yeah, so we're seeing much bigger. Yeah. It's a little bit more exaggerated on Baby Doge, but still, I hate derivatives. So, yeah. But Turbo, that's one we talk about quite often. This is the first AI created meme coin made with $69 as God intended. It's on Ethereum, $300 million market cap, 40,000 holders. I'm pretty sure both of those are wrong. Well, let's pull it up. Turbo is another one that I talked about in my last video, on the base video. I am quite bullish on Turbo. But yeah, it's pretty cool. It's a good project. Let's zoom out a little bit so that we can see its performance lately. Yeah, looking pretty good. Stepping back up there, making some higher lows, higher highs. That's what you want to see. But we have 56,000 holders. I guess it was pretty well right. It said 40,000. I guess it was off by like 10% or 15%. But still, that's quite a bit to be off. So ChatGPT is not perfect, boys and girls. But yeah, if we got the website, we've gone over Turbo so much. We're not even going to do it because we have so many more to go into. Turbo's great. I do think Turbo's going to do really well. I think that we see probably $2 to $5 billion Turbo. It's got really good name recognition, been around a while, and it's also got that mix of like AI and memes, so it'll run double hard, right? Bullish on Turbo. Book of Meme, Boom. I've got a love-hate story with Boom. Let's pull it up. And while it's loading, It's bullish on BOEM because it's at $130 million market cap with 120,000 holders. On-chain meme archive utility. Steady volume on Solana. Breakout potential on trend return. I disagree. But hey, it had the market cap spot on, basically. 129.3 million. It's at 130. So yeah, look at this chart. It's just fucking garbage. I totally disagree with this choice. 100%. I don't like BOEM at all. BOEM actually was launched twice. And I was in the first pre-sale launch of BOEM. Actually, it was when the Dubai flood happened, and I was in the pre-sale. And I do not like BOEM. They handled it very, very poorly. And then they relaunched, and that went a little bit better, I guess, because it did not go this well on the original launch. But look, it's just been a grind down ever since. Even when the market's doing well, it doesn't pop. And that's why it's like, ChatGPT, what are you thinking? Why do you think this is going to have a big bounce or anything like that? Because it's basically never had a bounce. I guess like it had a bounce here, it had a bounce there. These other ones are kind of small, but it had some bounces, but like it's all trending down. There's no higher lows. It's just low, low, low all the way around. If anything, you're buying at all-time low right now, basically. I mean, essentially, it's up like 70% versus all-time low. So not great. This is still the Book of Mome account, and at least on Deck Screener, but it's definitely not. Let's see. Here we go. Boom. Book of Memes. And also, I don't think that a meme archive is necessary or anything like that. I think it's kind of stupid all around. I disagree with this entirely. I don't think that we see $1 billion BOEM ever again. So I fully disagree with ChatGPT here in the A tier BOEM. To round out the A tier BOEM, Texas-sized NO from me, my man. But now we get into the B tier. These are okay. And we're going to be starting off on Arbitrum with ArbDoge AI. So we've got a derivative, but maybe it's got some AI stuff going on. It's supposedly the Arbitrum meme leader, deflationary tokenomics, and it's got major exchange listings. $120 million market cap with 150,000 holders. I haven't heard a lot about AI Doge. I'm not sure if AI Doge is even real. Come on, Chat, or come on, computer. Why are you doing that? AI Doge. Okay, so it is an Arbitrum. It's a $123 million market cap. It did at one point in time get up there. You know, it's got an all-time high of 158. Oh no, its all-time high is bigger. But that was a scam pump up to 223 million. Arbitrum is largely a DeFi layer built on top of Ethereum. Definitely not known for its meme coins, but arguably some of the best tech in the entire crypto space. So I'll give them that. 271,000 holders. Okay. Again, this is another one here that's like bottoming out, right? So it should be due for a bounce, arguably. Whether or not it can get that bounce, I don't know, because here we can see that we don't get a website or Twitter or anything. I would like to be able to see a little bit more about this. So maybe the Uniswap page will have the information. No, it doesn't. Let's see, maybe. Yeah, none of them have. Look at this liquidity pool is terrible. Yeah, the only liquidity pool that matters is this one right here. So this is the main liquidity pool, but they don't even have anything on here. Let's see if we find AI Doge on here. Is it this one? It's definitely not that one. Or wait, what? Yeah, it's AI Doge. Let's just search it. I bet somebody will tag it. Oh, wait. It's this account. 31,000 followers. They're not posting. That the original account got hacked. I don't even know how ChatGPT came up with this token. The website doesn't load. So I'm going to say that's, in my opinion, that's a fail. Now, if this does something, I don't know what to tell you, but it looks like a fail to me. So yeah. Samoyed coin. $50 million market cap on Solana, 350,000 holders. Apparently, they're saying it's a Solana OG meme with a strong brand. I've never heard of it. I've heard of Samo, actually. I've heard of it, but I've not looked into it. Partnerships and an onboarding focus. Upside if the Sol hype returns. One would argue that the Sol hype never really left ChatGPT. Samo. Is this a real token? Samoyed coin. It's a $7.5 million market cap. It said it was a $50 million market cap. Chart looks like garbage. Maybe I should have filtered this before. Let's see. So here's our thickest LP on Orca. This looks a lot better, at least in terms of the chart, the wicks and the candles and all that jazz. 2 years, 8 months old. So, okay, I guess it is an OG on Solana. But again, this is another one. It's at all-time low right now. It's literally all-time low. What the fuck is it thinking? I guess, because if it were to have a relief bounce up to 70 million, you've got a 10x there, but like, why is it going to get it? Solana's first meme. Okay. 91,000 holders, no KOLs in the KOL tab. Been around for quite a long time though. Website, let's check it out. Solana's first meme coin. Join us on blah, 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 blah. Onboarding focus. So yeah, too many words, not going to read them. They tell you how you can buy it. They're on tons of centralized exchanges. The biggest arguably being like Kraken, OKX, Gemini, KuCoin, I guess. Yeah, not bad availability at all. Tokenomics don't look terrible. They have a max circulating supply of 4.746 billion. What a weird number to pick. And then we've got their like timeline that we're not going to read. And then they've got a roadmap. So they're revamping the IP, marketing campaigns, more centralized exchange listings, probably like tier 1 listings because they're on so many already. Once you're on those big boys, it's really easy to get on the others. More DeFi reach and integrations. Okay. Collaborations and partnerships is kind of the same freaking thing. NFTs, more features and utilities. Yeah, okay. And Solana Hacker House events. I guess that could be good, but none of that really is going to drive excitement for the project itself. So that's a little bit disappointing. Checking out the Twitter though. I'm gonna say, guys, my picks so far are way better than ChatGPT 5. I'm just telling you. Just so you know, first meme coin on Solana. We already knew that. 192,000 followers, though. Fresh account for the token. Good stuff. And they're not extremely active in posting anymore. They've kind of like died down a little bit, right? Like they're posting like, yeah, this is not a meme coin that's going to be revitalized. If they're not active posting, they're not going to be revitalized. So they're at 7.4 million. They probably won't break 50, in my opinion. They're trending down. They're at all-time low. There's no reason for them to come back. I fully disagree with this choice. It doesn't belong on this list, yet alone in the B tier. Man, these are all going to be Doge. Tamadoge on Ethereum. $20 million market cap, 25,000 holders. Play to earn arcade burn supply. Okay. AR app roadmap. Nobody likes like augmented reality shit. Nobody uses that. Like, come on, you can play Pokemon Go on your phone and do the augmented reality. Nobody does that because it's garbage. And I don't want to see a meme coin's augmented reality garbage. That's for sure. Nostalgia driven brand. How? Let's find out. Tamadoge. Okay. That pulled up a 40K market cap coin. I think ChatGPT might have just made this token up. It doesn't seem to exist. So, ChatGPT still has some issues. We'll skip that one. Now we're in the DGEN tier, high risk. And it starts us off with Trump. Damn it. Trump, Solana, $8 billion market cap, 420,000 holders. Event driven with real world catalysts is one of its reasons. Celebrity and influencer amplification. Deep liquidity from rapid growth. Oh boy. Now, Trump is a meme coin that I think is good to swing trade. I do not bet on it long term. And whales hate it. Look, like this chart's garbage. This is the worst DGEN tier pick I've ever seen. We don't need to talk about it even. SPX 6900. Guys, I talk about this all the time, and it's so wrong here. It's got a $250 million market cap. It's huge now, and it's been on a ridiculous run. I've been talking about it for like a year. Like SPX 6900 was my DGEN list a year ago. It's now at this point, it's a blue chip. It's going insane. It is not a $250 million market cap. It's in the billions, and it does not have 35,000 holders. It has hundreds of thousands, high social dominance, more like the most social dominance, momentum trader magnet. Sure. Yes. Clean technical setups. Yeah. It's a pretty momentum tradable project. SPX 6900. Great. Yeah. $1.6 billion. It's basically at all-time high. I don't know what the hell ChatGPT was thinking there. Let's zoom out way out here because look, it's coming off of all-time high. Its all-time high is at $2.04 billion. Bullish on SPX. I think it's going to do well. I figure $5 to $10 billion for SPX, anywhere from a cool 3 to 5x here on SPX. I like it. It's not a DGEN pick. It's going to continue to do well, in my opinion. I was talking about it back here when it was $30 million market cap and stuff like that, right? It's a very memeable coin. I compare it to like the ticker Bitcoin, right? Your Harry Potter, Obama, Sonic 10 Inu. It's very similar to that. I like it. Doge, Elon, Mars. I've got a hate relationship with this one. But it's on Ethereum, market cap 200 million, 150,000 holders. Oh, but that reminds me. 46,000 holders for SPX 6900. I thought I had a lot more, but still more than 35,000. ChatGPT, get your shit together. But Doge, Elon, Mars, $200 million market cap, 150,000 holders. Viral name mix, Elon, Doge, Mars. Large legacy holder base. And pops on listings or social sparks. Doesn't everything? That's why we're here. But let's check it out. I think it might be wrong on some of this stuff too. Doge, Elon. Yeah, I don't want the wormhole one though. I want the real one. Yeah, it's this one. Yeah, that's what I thought. It's a Binance Smart Chain project that went multi-chain. And it's at $65 million market cap. We're on this pair right here, so it just looks like garbage, but it is a real token. I'm not a fan of it. It's not my thing. Let's find the thickest LP. Yeah, I guess it's this one. I don't think it's going to do well. I think the Elon hype is stupid, overplayed, doesn't work well. It's great if something like launches and he talks about it and stuff, it pops, of course. But long term, it never works. And this is yet another example of it. So I do not think Doge Elon Mars is going to be a performer. I wouldn't be surprised if it doesn't pass $150 million. I think that it will get rejected at like this line of confluence here. That's like right. We've got a good line here. If we draw this horizontal line, like boom, like look at all these points here that where it traded at a bunch. It traded a bunch. I think that it's going to get rejected right off here, and it'll probably never go higher, in my opinion. I think the project sucks, to be honest. I don't like it at all. Hyped pre-sale picks. Now, the weird thing is I let it keep these in here just because I was curious. But what I didn't think of is like the fact that we'd have to like look at them. So I've got some ideas of how we can actually like look at them. So there's news aggregation sites and stuff, right? That's how people like me do our jobs, right? We can't look at all these different Twitter profiles and stuff like that. Instead, we rely on aggregation. It's bullish on Lil Pepe because it's building an L2 for meme launches. It's got anti-bot, launchpad focus, large pre-sale raise, and buzz. So what I want to do is we're going to come over here to Crypto Panic, which is one of the best crypto news aggregators in the entire world. And we'll just search for Lil Pepe. And let's see what we get. 3 days ago, Lil Pepe raises $16 million as it builds the first meme layer 2. Okay. So here we can see, there we go. We've got the website. That's what we need. I don't care about this article so much. I guess we can see what it supposedly has done. Stage 1 sold out in 3 days, $500,000 raised, $1.23 million raised, pre-sale raise, prices at, and the race is over 5.1 million. Okay, so it's raised quite a bit. The thing is like there's no real people talking about this token, at least not that I've seen, because what do? I make meme coin content, right? So typically one of you guys are over here saying, check out this, it's about to launch. Well, nobody's done that. Lil Pepe here, you got a pretty annoying website. They've raised quite a bit, $17 million so far. That's a lot of money. So yeah, a layer two for what though? Can you tell me what the frick you are? I'm assuming an Ethereum layer 2 because they're ETH based here. How to buy it? I guess you can do that. They're going through pregnancy. Their roadmap is like the evolution of life. I guess that's cute. They've got some pretty extreme tokenomics going on here. I would like to see in a pie chart. So total tokens, we've got 100 billion. 20 over a quarter of those are for the pre-sale. What I'm curious about though is like, is there a lockup or anything, right? So like, where's our vesting? Where's our vesting in Cliff? It doesn't say anything, so they don't tell you. So I'm assuming there's no vesting or cliff, which means this is just going to dump like no other upon launch. I guess we can look in the white paper. Maybe that'll tell us. Oh God, it's not even a true white paper. It's a freaking slideshow. Just give me to the actual tokenomics. Here we go. Doesn't say anything about vesting. No tax. I guess that's good. Yeah. So I'm assuming no vesting. You just buy in early and you get the tokens and stuff. And I guess that's fine. But I think that's going to dump, and I'm not into that. So now apparently ChatGPT thinks that Brett is going to launch a layer 2 for Ethereum. That would be kind of crazy. Meme themed layer 2 roll up narrative. I'm not a fan of Brett. We all know that, but they do have a lot of traction. So that'd be cool. Layer Brett. Let's see if we can find anything around Layer Brett. This 2 months ago. That's not... This is why I ignore pre-sales. This shit looks scammy as fuck. Todd Downing says he's been betting on Momo lately. I like Momo. I know about Momo. Yeah, I'm not going to that website. That's for sure. Let's see. Apparently, they're not actually connected to Brett itself, so they're just a derivative. Now, if it was Brett launching a layer 2, I would say maybe there's something there. But this is probably a terrible idea. Look, 40 people have seen this. 2.5 thousand. This is 100% botted. Like you can just tell. All of these are probably botted. We'll be able to tell by the comments. Yeah, this is botted. Everything with a ticker, everything. Yeah, this is 1000% botted. And look, these are just the ones that it thinks maybe are not scam. There's another 35 that it knows are spam and bots. So yeah, this is completely botted. There's no real hype, and ChatGPT turned up a rock once again. So I guess let's look at the last one. May as well. It's the last one. Arctic Pablo coin, Binance Smart Chain, narrative driven pre-sale with stages, weekly burns, high APY. That's scary. Multi-chain launch potential. I'm just gonna do this and let's just search it and see what it says. Anything that says high APY, I'm like, no, thank you. Arctic Pablo. Cool website. I'm gonna give it that much. I like the website. I like penguins. I've got a soft spot for penguins. That's a little tidbit about me. I like penguins. Chill and win. Let the journey begin. That's fun to say. The coolest meme coin pre-sale is live. Let's see them tokenomics though. So they are going to be, so we got eco 20%, staking 15, community 10, team 5, 50% for the pre-sale. Again, do we have vesting or anything like that? We don't know how much has been raised. If we try to buy into the pre-sale, we should be able to see more about it. Let's look at the white paper because I want to see how this actually works. And it's another bullshit white paper that doesn't have a table of contents. Like, what the fuck? These are not real pre-sales, guys. These are not ones that you want to buy into. If you go into I'm going to show you something. Just because I know that they have a good one, I'm going to pull up Medicaid. Come on. And then we'll just go down to the footer because it should be right here in the footer. Yeah, white paper. This is how a white paper should look. Look, we've got table of contents. This is a project that's serious, right? They've got everything laid out for you so you can easily find it. This, guys, this is a PDF that I made in Adobe and I printed it out and I host it. Like, I'm not trying to help you. I'm not giving you any actual information or anything. This is garbage. This is blocks of text. And if we find the tokenomics here, let's see, do they have any vesting or anything like that? Because otherwise that's why it's going to die. It's not going to go anywhere. So pre-sale, 25% will be allocated to liquidity and ensure stability, while 37.5% will go towards development and expansion of the ecosystem, and the remaining, what the hell? What the hell is it talking about? That's not what the pre-sale tokenomics would mean at all. So just based off of that alone, I'm going to say, hell no. And that's a Texas-ized NO for me. I guess some of the picks were okay here. All the pre-sale picks were complete garbage. However, Lil Pepe had a pretty cool website. I'll give him that. Doji on Mars is honestly only the blue chips were good picks. Really, Turbo, great, good pick on Turbo. Great pick on Pudgy. Great pick on SPX. Honestly, it just kind of made some shit up and was really generic, and that's pretty disappointing. But Todd Downing brought up Momo, so let's check out how and see how Momo is doing. I do like Momo. Let me find my Dex. Oh, I closed out my Dex screener tab, so let's just open up a new one. Hope you guys are doing well this Friday evening. Thanks for coming and hanging out with me. We've been hanging out for about an hour now. We got a bunch of you tuning in right now, and I appreciate that. We got like 70 people watching. Always fun. Also, hey, in the last like week or so, the channel's hit 4,000 subscribers. Wouldn't be possible without all of you guys, so I appreciate that a lot. Momo, though, 15.2 million, in a little bit of a dip right now. But there's been a lot of hype around Momo. So what can it do? We'll have to see. I mean, let's zoom it out a little bit more here. Okay. So it's making some moves. It's at a point of support right now, which is good for Momo. 9,000 holders, not too shabby there. Let's check out the bubble map, see how it's looking. Appreciate it, Mark Anthony. Thank you so much. We got some clusters here, though. No big deal. And guys, the reason why we did the ChatGPT show tonight is because GPT-5 did launch today. And I was just curious what it would spit out. And I let it do its thing. I didn't try to correct it or anything like that. I was just like, this is what it's going to give us. And let's see. I did have 2 different chats with it. And I'm going to tell you, it did give me 2 different, very comparable, but there was like 3 or 4 that it swapped out. And unfortunately, in my second prompt, when I had to remake it, I forgot to tell it to give its projected gains for those tokens, because that's ultimately what we care about. But instead, I gave my opinion on what I think it could do. But Momo here is on some pretty big exchanges already. It's already on MEXC. We got some decent-sized clusters, but nothing to be alarmed about. If we go to the website, check it out, momo.space. Momo, take the pink pill. First female Shiba, the people's dog coin of this cycle. Every cycle. It's like crypto's dog, basically. Take the pink pill. I like it, I guess. That's kind of cute. You got merch and stuff. How to buy it. Tokenomics. Good stuff. We're on LBank, MEXC, Gate.io. Good stuff. You can make proof of bank. Yeah, that's right. It's Bonk's sister. That's right. Yeah. No, it's all good stuff. I think Momo could do well. It's a newer hyped up coin. I mean, it's only been out for July, the beginning of July 5th or so. So yeah, a month and a day old. July 7th in that case. Checking out, so 5,000 followers. Brand new account. I like to see that. That's good. And they're active posting, very active posting. Love to see that. Good engagement. Great to see. Momo. I think Momo could do well. Especially right here. If I was going to buy Momo, there's no better time. This is where I want to buy it. Again, we've got that strong level. This is proven here that we've got 3 touches here. So we've got our support. This built the support over here. All this trading that happened in here built this support level, right? So good stuff. I like Momo. There's some others. I'm not going to get into other ones that I think should have been on ChatGPT's list, because my next show, I'll do my list. So there you go. Crazy Uncle says, whiskey, cigar, and alpha. What a better Friday night. After this, I'm going to tequila, cigar, and relaxation. And that'll make the rest of my Friday night. So glad you're enjoying it, Crazy Uncle. Cameron Owen asks, what happened to Brett Gold? I think they kind of just gave up, man. I think they did. Nobody talks about it anymore. The liquidity is locked. Nobody's trading it. I can't remember the last time Keith talked about it. I mean, we can try and see. That's KO Kid. And we can search within his profile. Let's see, search. Oh, let's see. Brett Gold. So he hasn't. Let's just search Brett. Has it? There's no way it's been that long since he's mentioned Brett Gold. Is it really that long? Okay, so latest. This is what we want to do. Latest. So he's still talking about it. No, he hasn't talked about it since April. So yeah, I think it's safe to say they gave up. Unfortunately, I've still got my Brett Gold shirt, but it's obviously dead. So yeah, glad you went with the method of sell the bar tab and ride on profits. Absolutely, that's what you got to do, especially when you're getting into these tiny coins. I know when we first were talking about Brett Gold, it was quite small. Let's get out of this hourly chart and get out here because it had the crazy run up. And yeah, it had this crazy run up. I was on the spaces with Keith and everything, and I kept supporting it. I kept supporting it all the way through, but it just kind of fizzled out. So especially playing with these small ones that like pop up really big out of nowhere, you know, you get your initials out and then the rest is play money, right? Like if it goes crazy and it gets to $10 million market cap or $1 billion market cap, or if it goes to zero, like Brett Gold kind of did, you're happy. You don't care, right? You made your money, you're out of it. The rest was play, no big deal. Sure, you could have gotten more out of it, but that's not the name of the game. The name of the game is like, that's how I like to play meme coins. I like to play meme coins not because I think they're the future of crypto or the future of finance or anything like that. They are something fun within a world of serious, right? And I'm very in tuned on the serious side of things as well, but I just enjoy meme coins. They're fun. And I treat them just as that. They're fun money. So when I go in on something, if I go in and it goes up 300%, 400%, I take out my initial and if I enjoy the meme, I keep the rest there and I pay attention to it and I have fun with the community, with the project, and I'm just having fun. I don't care what happens. If it does well, I'm happy. If it does bad, it was fun. No big deal. So that's why it's important to always make sure you get your profits out. And we could argue it's just as important with your mainstream cryptos as well. Like if you're buying into, you know, Chainlink or Solana or whatever, Sui, Say, like I was talking about Sui and Say to somebody in the chat that's not in the chat right now, but somebody's typically in the chat, when they were brand new and they were like 5-10 cents and stuff like that. And they wrote it up and they sold it off and they were happy. But then it went from 70 cents to $4, right? And they're like, oh, I missed that. And I'm like, yeah, you're fine. You made your money. You pulled it out and you made another play or whatever. Like you made your money. We're happy. Now I treat meme coins just the same, just a little bit harsher, right? It's very important to pull that money back out and ride the profits, you know, and then it's fun money. That's what I like to do. Todd Downing, you are so welcome, sir. Was that the one that even had their name on a beer can? Brett Gold? No, that would have been Chuck. Chuck came out with a beer. And I'm still bullish on Chuck. Like I said, guys, tonight was not my list. It was ChatGPT's list. I'm still bullish on Chuck. Chuck has Chuck Brew. If we go to their website, we should be able to see it. I've got like 6 of the Chuck energy drinks on my bar cabinet because I'm gonna keep them just to keep them. But they've got I don't even know if we can see it all, but they've got that was the energy drink there. That's exactly what the cans look like. I've got 3 of them. They've got all this other merch too. I've got the shoes. I've got a hat. I've got a koozie. I don't have a denim jacket though. I feel like I should have. I've got a hoodie. I love dark. Unfortunately, it doesn't look like you can see their beer on here though. Yeah, and that makes sense. I've also got a coffee cup too. Yeah, this is the Chuck Brew, or not the Chuck Brew, the Chuck Energy Drink. Let's see. There we go. Chuck to a buck, baby. No, I'm bullish on Chuck. We go to their X, we'll be able to find their beer. But it's made in Germany and everything too, which is pretty cool. So they've got community members in Germany and stuff, and they're able to get people to, and they've got chocolate too. The chocolate. Apparently, you can still order some. That's cool. Oh, I'm like super zoomed in. Let's just reset this. Oh, I guess I'm not. It's just a site. Jeez. Okay, so it is sold out. Yeah, so you can't pre-order it anymore. They just got to update the site. But screw it. We're here. We may as well find it. Let's find the beer. So if we search, there we go. The Chuck Brew. Pretty cool. And then down there, if we go to the top, they've even got the video of it, being made and labeled and stuff. So that's all cool. Like, something cool. But I don't think Brett ever did their name on a beer or anything like that. But man, this come up from Chuck here, huge, 300K to 1.7 million. Good run up there, and yeah, we just really need to flip this blue line here. This is like the resistance, right? It was the support. Now it's the resistance. We had flipped it when I drew the line. That was why, because we were coming up to flipping it, and I'm like, we got to flip it and hold it. But unfortunately, it fell back down. But I'm still super bullish on Chuck. Love the community over there, and hope it does extremely well. Brett Gold was the CBD one. Yes, that's what it was. Brett Gold was the CBD and marijuana one. Indeed, they were. And they had all these other plans for stuff too, but obviously didn't work out. I think something fishy happened. If I can't remember right, it's been a while. It was like December. I met up with some guys from Brett Gold, and they had some weird plan to actually buy gold to back the token or something. I'm like, that's dumb. And they're like, oh, well, it's Brett Gold. And I'm like, that's still stupid. Like, you're not Pax Gold. You're freaking meme coin. You can buy a million things that are better than that. And I think that's about the last that I really heard of them. So there's a lot of cooks in the kitchen with Brett Gold, and like it was very community run. And when that happens and there's no true like, oh shoot, I just realized my banner was gone. Big red, baby. Also, great thing that I just remembered that, because a lot of you guys are big red holders indeed. And it's very important that everybody does this, because all you diamond hand holders out there, hey, that's me. Oh, they even shared this. I had no idea. They announced that they are doing the snapshot period for their migration, right? They're going to be changing chains, and they're going to be leaving the STD ticker and going on to ticker horse. And there's an incentive. If you choose to send in your tokens up until the 13th of August, you get a 5% bonus. And also, if you've never sold tokens, you get another 10% bonus. So it's very important. I'll drop this link here into the chat. And you can do that. Now, if you don't send in your tokens, you're not out of luck. You'll still get airdropped horse at its value at launch, and what you currently hold. So you're not getting screwed. You can choose to do this if you want the bonus, right? So no matter what, anybody that holds Big Red is still going to get horse tokens. However, if you want the 5% bonus, you can send in your tokens and fill out the form, and you will get the 5% bonus and an additional 10% if you never sold any tokens. So ultimately, you can get up to 15% more on top of what you already hold by doing this. And if you don't do it, you'll just get an airdrop. Doesn't matter. Nothing ever happened, etc. Right? So good stuff. I would strongly suggest you do that though, because it helps them. It helps you. Everybody's happy all the way around. And yeah, I'm looking forward to the Big Red relaunch. I'm typically not bullish on launches or relaunches or anything like that, but you guys know I'm a huge supporter of Big Red. So yeah, wanted to make sure you guys got that information. I forgot because I went this ChatGPT route today. Let's see, Mark Anthony, what? I've got a question. You typically do. I'm just kidding. What's up, dude? Just ask him. Don't tell me you have a question. Just ask it. Hell yeah, brother. Oh, I've got my private messages open. My bad. It's nobody. Oh, it's gonna be super cool. King Crab on Sui. They're sending me a custom jersey with Dirty Degens on it and stuff. It's gonna be sick. I think I'm gonna get that soon. He told me today that he's gonna send it out soon, so that's gonna be awesome. King Crab is a small meme coin on Sui. So I had the founder on for an interview. It was a lot of fun. Cool guy, cool project, great community. Let's see if I can pull it up here. Here we go. King Crab on Sui. Look at that. They're in spaces right now. There's one person in there. I don't know if you guys will be able to hear it. I gotta figure it out. There's one person. Oh, you're not hearing it. Damn, that sucks. Otherwise, we would totally crash it. Maybe I'll crash it after this. But you guys should definitely hop in this spaces, show them some love, tell them I sent you, and just check it out. They're a good group of people. Go hop in the spaces and just vibe with them. They're good people. Mark Anthony, you're going to be my last question of the night, my man. So I'm going to need you to ask it. Also, guys, like I mentioned, I do share when I'm going to stream, and I'm in the Telegram every single day. So in the description of this video, you can find a link to my Telegram community. You can hop in there. All good people, all good vibes. And also, I'm more active. So, yeah. And that's also where Mark Anthony is going to get to answer his question, because guys, I am out of here for tonight. I appreciate all of you guys hanging out with me tonight. It's been a great show. It has been a lot of fun. We've got 90 people watching right now. I appreciate all of you guys spending some time with me on your precious Friday evening. I hope you have a wonderful evening. And hey, I hope you got some insight out of ChatGPT and my opinion on what ChatGPT had to say. And if anything, it proved that you can't just listen to ChatGPT. So have a wonderful evening. I'll see you guys later. Maybe I'll see you in the Telegram. Other than that, though, I'll see you next time. Smash up the like, subscribe to the channel. Peace.